They say patrol's the best teacher at the PD. You see everything. The good, the bad, and the weird. Enough to make your badge feel heavier than your vest. I did my years in a patrol vehicle before they stuck detective on my nameplate. Now, the small city of Rosenberg, it may not make the news every day, but if you wear the badge long enough here, the town shows you its real face. And it's got layers. I remember the personalities we'd bump into on a daily basis, like a lineup card in my head. You had your regulars, the ones who couldn't stay out of trouble even if they tried. Petty thefts, drunk and disorderly, public urination, every week like clockwork. Then there were the talkers, folks who'd wave you down just to tell you how to do your job better, or how they saw their neighbor's cousin's dog bark twice, and they were sure it meant something. We've got our fair share of runners too. You know the type. Eyes shifty, knees are bouncy. Their hearts are already sprinting before we get the chance to flick on our lights. And the broken ones. Those you don't forget. Victims of things that no one deserves. You try to build a wall inside to keep their stories from leaking into your sleep. But sometimes the bricks, they don't stack high enough. Then there was that call. The one I can't explain. It was late. Welfare check in a subdivision, District 4. Summer Lakes. The caller told dispatch their daughter was going through some kind of mental state, maybe drug-induced. She had been talking about hurting herself, hurting others, even mentioned causing a crash to take out strangers. Let's just say the family was terrified. They wanted her to get evaluated before something bad happened. I made location with another officer. From outside, everything looked normal. The porch light was on, wind chimes moving in dead air. We made contact with the caller, who ushered us upstairs to her daughter's room. For the sake of privacy, I'll call her Linda. We reached the bedroom door, knocked, then opened. The room hit me like a brick wall. Papers were everywhere, crumpled letters, childish drawings, torn pages littering the floor like dead leaves. The air smelled like sweat and pencil shavings. Linda sat in a small desk in the far corner of the room, with her back to us, headphones on, shoulders were stiff, and she was writing on something. I called her name. No response. I stepped forward carefully, not wanting to spook her. The closer I got, the louder her music bled through her headphones, loud and distorted. She kept writing. Her hands moved quick and sharp. My partner noticed it first. The conversation. It wasn't a journal. It was a blank white sheet of printer paper. Her head didn't turn, and her body didn't move. But her eyes, they flicked back and forth like she was reading something that no one else could see. On the paper it said, "There are cops behind you." Are there really? Yes. Kill them. How? With what? The pen in your hand. That's when my stomach went cold. I reached back and I squeezed my partner's shoulder, motioning him towards the hallway. We both stepped back, very slowly. Linda never turned around. She kept writing. I scanned the room for weapons. Nothing but the pen in her hand. We decided to hold off and wait for the crisis team to arrive. I kept my eye on her. Suddenly she stopped writing, sat the pen down, stared at the page in front of her, like it was whispering to her. By the time the crisis team arrived, she was crying. Full body sobs that cut off mid-breath, replaced by long, glassy stares. She wouldn't speak. They took her in for evaluation. Cleared the scene, went back to our patrol cars. As I left the neighborhood and pulled onto Reading Road, questions flowed through my mind. I didn't understand. Who was she having a conversation with? How did she know we were there before we made a sound? And why? When I collected the paper for evidence, every line had been scratched out, not erased, not smudged, violently scored through with repeated strokes. Where Kildum had been, there were ragged black grooves. The ink bled into angry, unreadable slashes. These words were destroyed, violently obliterated. I would have seen her do that. She was calm, barely moving. She never answered or looked up, but whatever was inside her kept speaking, quietly, dark, and just beyond our reach. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that notification bell for upcoming videos. Stay tuned for our next ghost hunt. Believe me, you don't want to miss it. And like always, be safe.